In today's Business Matters, Israel is set to eliminate tariffs on all imports from the U.S. The announcement comes a day before the Trump administration will reveal reciprocal levies on all global trading partners. Israel and the U.S. signed a free trade agreement 4 decades ago, and around 98% of goods from the U.S. are currently tax-free. Now, Israel officials plan to cancel the remaining tariffs. Israel's Prime Minister, Economic Minister, and Finance Minister released a statement on the move. It said in part that the decision benefits Israel's economy and citizens and enables the country to strengthen ties with the U.S. Another setback for Johnson & Johnson as it tries to resolve thousands of lawsuits over its baby powder. For the third time, a bankruptcy judge has rejected the healthcare giant's settlement plan. Red River Talk LLC and a J&J subsidiary proposed to pay $9 billion to settle more than 60,000 cases. The cases allege that J&J's baby powder and other talc products contained asbestos and caused cancer. The settlement would have ended the lawsuits and prevented such incidents in the future. J&J said it does not plan to appeal. Instead, it will return to the civil courts to fight the claims. New cars are rolling off the lot ahead of tariffs. Ford is sharing that buyers flooded their dealerships last month. The car maker is reporting that sales in March rose 10%. This was a boost in the first quarter that overall saw a 1% decline. The dip was largely from some models being discontinued and timing of rental fleet sales. The company did not mention tariffs in the sales release, but some of its hot sellers in the quarter are vehicles Ford makes outside the U.S. That includes the Maverick small pickup truck and Ford Mustang Mach-E, its electric SUV. Both are built in Mexico. A crackdown on a car recycling cartel in the European Union. Antitrust regulators are handing down fines totaling $495 million. Those implicated include Volkswagen, Stellantis, 13 other car makers, and their car association, ACEA. EU laws require car makers to cover the cost of recycling certain vehicles if needed. The EU competition watchdog said the companies agreed not to compete with each other in advertising which cars could be recycled, and agreed to keep quiet on how much recycled materials are used in new cars. The EU said it would not tolerate cartels of any kind, including those that suppress customer awareness. According to written testimony seen by Reuters, Boeing CEO Kelly Orderberg will acknowledge the company's flaws tomorrow at a hearing of the Senate Commerce Committee. He'll also explain how the company is trying to improve. In written testimony, Boeing admits to making serious missteps in recent years and called this unacceptable. Last year, a door plug blew out mid-air during an Alaska Airlines flight with the new 737 MAX 9 jet. It turned out that key bolts were missing. Orderberg said Boeing has made sweeping changes to the company. Orderberg took over in August after the plane maker's previous CEO resigned in the aftermath of the mid-air blowout. Elon Musk has reclaimed his title as the world's richest person, topping Forbes' 2025 World's Billionaires list. Musk's net worth surged 75% in the past year to $342 billion, the highest ever recorded by Forbes. He surpassed last year's top billionaire, Bernard Arnault, whose wealth declined due to a slump in luxury goods demand. Musk is now worth twice as much as Arnault. Musk's fortune grew primarily due to SpaceX, which overtook Tesla as his biggest asset. Tech CEOs Mark Zuckerberg placed second and Jeff Bezos placed third. Arnault dropped to fifth place. A blemish for cosmetic company Estee Lauder. A judge has ruled that the beauty brand must face a lawsuit over defrauding shareholders. The cosmetic giant is accused of concealing its overdependence on improper gray markets in China. Gray markets are unofficial but not illegal places to buy products. Shareholders say Estee concealed the truth about the 2022 crackdown on the Daigou gray market hurt sales, plunging shares and wiping out about $9 billion in market value. The company said there is no proof of fraudulent intent or that legally actionable false statements caused shareholders loss. Roblox, an online platform and game creation system, on Tuesday launched a new format of video advertising. The gaming platform announced a partnership with Google to help boost the growth of its ad business through rewarded ads. Gamers can choose to watch video advertisements to receive in-game benefits. NTD Sean Marshall has more information.
Video gaming company Roblox is getting creative with their advertising by offering rewards for watching ads on their gaming platform. It would be similar to people getting paid money to sit through advertisements while watching TV. But in this case, it's on a gaming platform and not for money. Instead, it will be in exchange for boosts, lifelines, or resources in a particular game through rewarded videos. So a young gamer might get stuck at a certain spot in a game trying to defeat a boss of some sort, and he will be strategically offered something to help, like extra health or some kind of boost of some sort. That's just one example of how these ads are being strategically targeted to gamers. Because gamers are so entrenched in the experience itself, traditional ad formats haven't always been the right choice for app publishers, because they don't want to pull their audiences out of those games. Scott Scheffer, vice president of sell-side monetization at Google, said in a roundtable briefing, "Rewarded video ads enable users to opt in and watch up to 30-second full-screen video ads within immersive Roblox games and experiences. In return, users receive in-game benefits from the creators of these games and experiences." Roblox performed internal data tests in which 85% of Roblox users said they appreciated brands that provide them with in-experience rewards, while 87% of users had a favorable opinion of the rewarded video ad format on Roblox. As of Q4 2024, over 61% of Roblox daily active users, more than 50 million, are over 13 years old and eligible to view ads. In the coming weeks, brands and agencies will be able to easily purchase the new rewarded video ads. Sean Marshall, NTD News.
Hooters has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but the decades-old bar-restaurant chain says it isn't planning to go anywhere. Hooters plans to sell all of its 100 company-owned restaurants to two franchisee groups. The company was founded in 1983 in Clearwater, Florida, but it has come under fire in recent years, including several lawsuits for racial and gender discrimination. Last year, Hooters closed dozens of restaurants because of rising food and labor costs. The Wall Street Journal reports the chain plans to bring back its original founders, and this is as part of a new management team in its reorganization. It's April 1st, but these deals are no joke. Big Daddy's is offering customers a 20-ounce draft of beer for the price of a small draft, only for today. If beer isn't your thing, why not head to Baskin-Robbins, where you can take advantage of a buy one, get one deal on Sundays all day. BJ's, Burger King, and Dunkin' are all offering customer deals on free food or coffee. And speaking of coffee, you can save 15% on your caffeine fix from 8 o'clock coffee by using the code Cup of Fools. That's CUPPAFOOLS on their website. You can head to Sullivan's Steakhouse or Eddie Merlot for deals on cocktails and wines, or if you got a sweet tooth, to the Cheesecake Factory. Members of the rewards program will score one free reward today. If you're looking for a meal in a hurry, new research shows the lines at Chick-fil-A move the fastest, and it consistently gets more orders right with a 92% accuracy rate since 2019. Burger King and McDonald's are next with 88%. KFC comes in at 81%. So how does Chick-fil-A keep the top spot? Well, that's by dispatching elite drone-equipped analytics squads to assess each restaurant, of course. Employment opportunities in the U.S. are down. The number of job openings fell to 7.57 million in February. That's according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey just released. The report is considered a measurement of labor market demand. At the beginning of the year, the number of available jobs was 7.76 million. U.S. employers likely pared back on their hiring plans in February due in part to heightened economic uncertainty. TikTok is almost out of time to find a buyer again. The app's future is uncertain as a potential ban in the United States could be just days away. TikTok's parent company ByteDance is on the hook to sell the app's U.S. operations by Saturday, April 5th, or face a ban in the United States. This after President Trump extended the deadline in January. There are several potential buyers. They include a group led by billionaire former Los Angeles Dodgers owner Frank McCourt and Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary. Another group includes social media influencer Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, and Employer.com founder Jesse Tinsley, as well as AI firm Perplexity and others. U.S. lawmakers have long been concerned that TikTok poses a national security risk. In January, TikTok took itself offline for about 14 hours after the initial sale or ban deadline passed with no deal. App stores removed access to the platform in the U.S. but restored access to TikTok in February. 4 separate feature-length biopics are set to chronicle the story of the Beatles from each band member's point of view, and the casting of the 4 musicians has now been confirmed. According to Sony Pictures Entertainment, baby girls Harris Dickinson will play John Lennon, Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2 will be cast as Paul McCartney, Barry Keoghan from the Banshees of Inisherin will portray Ringo Starr, and Stranger Things' Joseph Quinn will play George Harrison. Oscar-winning director Sam Mendes is set to direct the film series titled The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event. Mortgage giant Rocket is buying the largest mortgage servicer in the U.S., Mr. Cooper Group, for $9.4 billion. If the acquisition closes as expected in the 4th quarter, it will be the 2nd largest deal ever in the mortgage industry. Rocket, which is the 3rd largest mortgage lender in the U.S., says the combined company would service about 1 in every 6 mortgages in the nation. In March, Rocket announced plans to buy real estate brokerage Redfin for nearly $1.8 billion. And building on last season's holiday success, the NFL is planning a Christmas Day triple-header in 2025. The league confirmed that 2 games will air on Netflix on December 25th, followed by a game on Amazon Prime. The NFL broadcast 2 games on Netflix last Christmas. According to Nielsen data, both games averaged more than 24 million viewers, and Nielsen and Netflix said that 65 million people watched at least a minute of the streaming service's 9-hour presentation. The teams participating in this season's Christmas trifecta will be revealed when the NFL schedule is released in May. President Trump has dubbed tomorrow Liberation Day. That's when Trump's retaliatory tariffs are set to kick in. NTD's Daniel Monahan reports on what to expect.
President Trump's new reciprocal tariffs aim to match the duties that other nations impose on U.S. products. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick discussed the tariffs on Fox News.
Which basically say how you treat us is how we will treat you. And that will take on India, which has huge tariffs. China, which has huge tariffs.
Trump says the new taxes will free the U.S. from a reliance on foreign goods.
All these foreign companies and these foreign countries who just live and breathe off our economy, they're going to start to pay.
Lutnick says President Trump has agreed to eliminate federal income tax on anyone making less than $150,000 a year if he and Elon Musk are able to balance the budget through DOGE and tariffs. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed Monday that Trump will unveil his full plan on Wednesday. Leavitt says many countries have made their disdain for American workers clear.
You have a 100% tariff from India on American agricultural products. You have nearly a 300% tariff from Canada on American butter and American cheese. This makes it virtually impossible for American products to be imported into these markets.
Trump has long argued that tariffs protect U.S. industries, generate government revenue, and strengthen the country's negotiating position. However, some economists warn that broad tariffs could lead to higher consumer prices. White House trade advisor Peter Navarro dismissed inflation concerns, saying foreign countries and companies will absorb the costs, speaking on Fox News.
They have to. We're the biggest market in the world, Shannon, and they have to be here.
Navarro estimates the tariffs could generate $600 billion annually.
The bigger picture here is restoring the American manufacturing base. We don't have that. We're an assembly thing.
Details of how these tariffs will be applied remain unclear. They could be structured as product-specific duties, broad levies across entire markets, or a combination of both. Some tariffs may also take into account foreign value-added taxes and domestic subsidies. Trump has indicated that countries such as the European Union, South Korea, Brazil, and India will be affected. On Monday, the White House confirmed that no countrywide exemptions are currently being considered. Meanwhile, previously delayed tariffs are set to take effect soon. Trump's temporary exemption for certain Canadian and Mexican goods expires in early April. Trump has said he will place a 25% tariff on all imports from any country that buys oil or gas from Venezuela starting Wednesday. His 25% tariffs on car imports will start being collected Thursday. The tariffs are set to expand to applicable car parts in the following weeks. The president has also discussed possible import taxes on products like copper, lumber, pharmaceutical drugs, and computer chips. Many countries have promised retaliatory measures and announcements this week, especially if Trump confirms more details of sweeping reciprocal tariffs on Wednesday. Daniel Monahan, NTD News.
And Wall Street today ended mixed after a volatile session. And this comes as investors awaited Trump's tariff announcement. Markets have been jittery over potential economic slowdowns and inflation concerns, which are tied to the tariffs. While clarity is expected after Trump's Wednesday announcement tomorrow, and overall uncertainty remains for now. So tech stocks rebounded, led by Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta. However, healthcare and airline stocks dragged down the S&P 500, with Johnson & Johnson falling. Airlines dropped after analysts downgraded them over economic concerns. And that's it on today's Business Matters.